Now we will see about inheritance. So as its name suggests, what does inheritance means? Inheritance means the child class will inherit the properties of base class, and that concept is called inheritance. So why do we need this actually? What happens, the features which can be repeated in all the classes, we put that into the base class, and child class inherit and overrides the with its own feature. So let's see with this example. Let me paste here with code. In the class object itself. So here it's replaced with this. Actually the problem is with this double quote, you know, when I copy paste then it causes problem. Okay, so now if you see this, this one also here. Okay, so what happens actually, there are two classes. You can see there are two classes. This is base class, main class, and inside the main class what we have done, we have put here name. Alright, so any animal will have name, so that is the common feature, but the animal can have wings, means bird can have wings, maybe so, but name, definitely that will be name, right? So the common thing which will be present in all its inheriting child, that we put inside the base class or the main class. For example, here in this case what we are doing, we are putting here name only, and all the animals will speak something, so that's why we are creating a function called speak. Now dog is also an animal. We have written here extends, you can see. So means what, this dog class will have property of its own as well as the property of base class or the animal class. That means what, the dog will also have some name, right? Now what we are doing here, you can see constructor name string then super name. So this means what, we are calling the super class when the word is super, na, here you can see super. That means what, we are calling actually here this constructor, we are calling basically this constructor. So rather than that, what we are doing, we are naming it as super. Okay, so this constructor we are calling, and this is the dog's constructor, means its constructor. And one more thing, here we write extends. That means what, all the feature of animal will be automatically inherited to dog's class. So the dog class will have both animal class features as well as this dog class feature. Now when we create the object of dog, we are creating the object of dog, and now we are writing here the speak, dog.speak. So whatever we have written here barks, then when we put here dog.speak, then it will show. Okay, let's run here tsc space class dot ts. Right, now node class dot js, you can see it says buddy barks. There is one very important thing. The question is, both the classes here, you can see this class also have speak and the child class also have speak. The question is, why it says barks, not make a noise? Because this is called method overriding. Method overriding, that means what, when the same name function method is present in child class as well as base class, then by default the name of child class is called. That means the child class method will be called. That's why you can see when we wrote here, when we have just typed here buddy, then it says buddy box here. That means this one is being called here. But there is one important point. We have not declared here any name. You can see inside the base class, inside the child class, we have not declared any name. We have just passed the constructor name, right? But here you can see, so what happens actually, the name is coming from there, this one means base class. Now you see I have added one more property called color in the base class. You see here we have declared two properties here, but in the dog class there is no any property. Do you see here, like name, it is only passing into the constructor. It is not like the color something string, it's not inside this, isn't it? Name, so it's not like here, because it is all this name and color, both it is inheriting from base class only. And finally what we are doing, we are passing two parameters here rather than one. Earlier it was name only. Now what we are doing, we are passing here name as well as color, and here in this one also we are just passing as a parameter, but we have not declared it. So where it is coming from, basically it is coming from base class, the main class, it is coming from here, and that's why we have written here super. And finally when we buddy brown, the color name also when you are passing here, then if you compile once again, then it will show you buddy box and is brown in color, buddy box and it is brown in color. So basically this name and this color is coming from where? It is coming from base class. Okay, so that is the power of inheritance. You will see in Angular also, or in Next.js, this kind of class and object example are a lot of places you will be using there. Now in the next section, let's see static members. So static members belong to the class itself, not object, class itself, rather than to the instance of the class. Means static members are of class itself, not of the object. Normally general in general what happens, the class members are of object, not the class, but here not of the object. So here the property is itself of the class, not the object. And to access then that member, we don't have to create the object. That is the main funda in this. You don't have to create the object. You can call any data member directly through the name. For example, let's see this one. Let's keep other one also, and we will put this example also. What we are doing here, employee static keyword used here, you can see. Then company name, string this, static get employee name, this is a function, and return this company name. Now to access, we have not created, you see here, to access the object, to access the property, we had to create here new and then class name or constructor name. But in this case directly we are calling. So to access the data member of static, where it says static, we don't have to create the object, we can directly call through the class name. That's it. Now we will discuss about access specifier. So what are these? There are sorry. So basically there are three type of access specifier. First one is public, you can see here, public, private, and then protected. We will know about these. What are the public, as its name suggests, and whatever we have used so far in our classes, that is public itself. unless you define something before the data member, it is public. But when you define it public, so that means what? It can be used within the class. Remember, within the class it can be used, not outside of the class. When you say protected, that means its child class first have to inherit that object from parent, and then it can be accessed outside, not directly. So that is the concept. Let's see with an example. Okay, to explain you better, I have made some changes. For example, public and anywhere like airport Wi-Fi. Normally what happens, there is airport Wi-Fi, that is public. That means any public can access that, anyone who goes inside the airport. The next one is office Wi-Fi. That means what? Only the employees can access the Wi-Fi, not from outside. And personal mobile hotspot. That means only you can use, means any mobile user can use, not other people. So that is the example of access specifier. Now let's see here, let's make a change here in this one and see the output. What we are doing actually, this is base class, main class, and then inside the main class there are three: public airport Wi-Fi, protected office Wi-Fi, private personal hotspot. Okay, now there is a function method to show this dot airport Wi-Fi, office Wi-Fi and personal hotspot. Now this child class is inheriting the Wi-Fi class, means this one, it is being inherited here. Okay, next airport Wi-Fi is public, so fine. Office Wi-Fi it can access because it is a member of Wi-Fi access, right, this office user. But if it tries to access this personal hotspot, then even the child class cannot access this one, right? So that is the idea. Now we are creating the object here, new Wi-Fi access, then user dot Wi-Fi access. You will see public, no problem. Then office, it is protected, directly cannot be accessed, and now private at all, it cannot be accessed here. So this is how this private, protected and public works here. Means public can be accessed outside of class, protected can be accessed by its child class. For example, this one, its child class can access, but private can be accessed within the class. That means within the Wi-Fi access, not even child class, and outside not at all. So that is the concept. So guys, that's it in this class and object. If you have any questions and queries, I know when you will study this first time, then it will be a bit complicated to understand, but don't worry at all. If you practice 2-3 times more, then you will understand it better. And if you have any question or query, don't forget to ask me into the comment box. I will try my best to answer you. And also for practice, I have included here the assignment. You try to solve this assignment so that your concept will be more clear. Guys, let's meet in the next chapter. In this video, that's it. So let's see in the next chapter. Thank you.